Welcome to the Tom Barnard Family Podcast with
co-host Catherine Brandt,
Andy Barnard,
and Kristen Burt.
And Kristen Burt. Kristen Burt Entertainment News brought to you by North American Banking Company. Go on to nabanco.com to learn more. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, just another wonderful part of my life. Now, one thing I will warn everybody about. When you get a big show on, everybody knows who you are and everybody wants a piece. I just found out that a guy I've never even heard of, I've never met him, has been taking $1,000 a month off my credit card. He's a politician of some kind. Like I said, I don't even know the guy. But somebody from that party apparently gave him my credit card information. He's been taking $1,000 a month for how long, Catherine?
long time.
Has it been like a year?
Well, I started noticing it about 3 months ago. I'm like, what is this charge? You're like, I don't know. So I've been trying to deal with, stopping it. I finally had to call a credit card company, and then they have to send you to somebody else so that you can start blocking it. It's on American Express is wonderful. They'll just refund your money. They don't give you any runaround whatsoever.
I love them.
Yes, they're wonderful. But you get these. Well, like I was saying, Tom has had a Wall Street Journal subscription, which he doesn't look at.
Well, he used to when he had the Chromebook up here in the
Oh, well, that's like $60 a month, and I'm trying to stop it. And they did get back to me, to their credit, but they're like, "Who are you?" I'm like, "What do you mean? You're taking $60 a month? How do you not know what this is?" And part of it is we don't know the passwords, we don't know anything, so I've got to sit on the phone with them and trace it back to American Express. Otherwise, you have to open up a dispute. It's just all so exhausting. Why isn't there just one? I thought Congress passed a one-click to cancel.
Did they?
Didn't they? I thought they did.
They did in California.
I
did
think
it
like
pass federally?
I thought like a year ago that was one thing Congress actually did that I thought was really good for the American people. For once, they're working for American people. Was one click to unsubscribe or to cancel, and it's still buried. Sometimes you have to go through 6 different pages, and you have to fill out a form, and it's just absolutely exhausting.
It was vacated.
But the FTC passed it, but then the Eighth Circuit blocked it.
Why?
Why would they block that?
They said that the FTC overstepped its authority.
FTC? I thought it was a congressional act.
No, it was an FTC rule.
But we still have it on the state level here in California.
Oh.
Isn't that interesting?
That is very interesting, because it should not be easy for companies to take your money. It should be easy for you to have companies not take your money.
Yes, I agree with that 100,000%. So
It's really exhausting. And you sit there on the phone for hours upon hours. And then the next month, there's the charge again. So the only way to do it is just to block it. And then when they don't get their money, then they'll find you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Then they'll find you. And then you can say, okay.
Like, oh, yeah, we did know how to get in touch with you.
Yeah, somehow
right.
we know who you are when you're not getting our money. It's just ridiculous.
Well, the good news on my part is now I don't have any political party I want to talk to ever again as long as I live, because all 3 of them have screwed me out of money. All 3 parties.
What about the We Hate Money party?
Yeah.
What about them?
Everyone on $0.
DH1962 says, I've got a $10 PlayStation charge every month from my son years ago, and I can't get it off because he forgot his sign-in credentials.
That sounds like PlayStation Plus.
Why can't you just call your credit
card
card and just block it?
Yeah, that's what you'll have to do.
Yeah, it's the only way. I mean, you always think, oh, well, it's only $10 a month, and then you can forget about it because it's only $10 a month. But after, 10 years,
That's
a lot of money.
it becomes real money.
Look at this. Don't protect the consumers, of course. That's from your buddy, Catherine.
DH1962 says, I've tried that. There's got to be a way of stopping it.
Well, they either can stop it or I'm going to cancel the damn card. I will not do business with them anymore unless they can rectify this and get me most of my money back, as a matter of fact.
I think American Express is going to do that, but it's just, like I said, it's the runaround trying, because you're supposed to try to resolve it with the company that's taking the money first.
Yep.
Because they, otherwise American Express is I mean, that's all they would be doing, I think.
So,
You know,
Kristen, this is good news, though. Now I've had both the Democrats and the Republicans steal money from me. That's great.
Equal opportunity. Like,
Equal
look at that.
opportunity. You try to help people out in the world, and the first thing they think of is screwing you out of money. What happened? What the hell happened to people? Money, 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 money.
It became easier. Technology. We've got
Yep.
credit cards. The
Yep.
way, they're all they're all online. I mean, I've had my credit frozen for over a decade now at this point, but I also have all this credit monitoring because of every time my information's
Yeah.
been stolen. They're like, here, we're offering you free credit monitoring. They're always
Yep.
like, your email and your password have been stolen. I'm like, that password is like 14,000 passwords ago at this point.
Right.
Yep.
Are you kidding me?
I know. It's like, oh, our address from 45 years ago? That's the one you have online?
Exactly.
That's
know.
how updated this is?
That's
I
exactly
got-
right.
Something, what was it? I had something addressed to me from the Golden Valley address. And I was like,
Yeah.
do you have any idea how many houses ago that was? How do
Yeah.
you still have that old? That was literally like 7 houses ago at this point.
It
I
was,
think.
yeah.
Yeah, and what I love is when you do update all your information, they just won't update your information.
No. So look, I mean, thank God I have Catherine because I, run around like a nut job. I would have never found out about this if it weren't for Catherine. She traces all this stuff.
I just want to slam the phone against the wall
Yep.
1,000 times
I
when
know,
I have to
it's
do this
true.
because you're going to be on hold for 20.
Yeah.
It's going to just take an entire afternoon to do one thing.
I
Somebody
hate-
mentioned a Friends episode where they had to cancel their bank accounts to get rid of their gym memberships.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
That was wonderful.
It's still the same. How old is Friends? How old is
30
that
years.
episode? It's still the same.
Yeah,
you go.
30 years ago.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I guess I learned from this. Catherine knew all about it all. I mean, didn't know about the theft, but knew how to handle it, thank God, because I have no idea. I'm one of those guys, I run around out there trying to, get business and listeners and all that stuff. And then the other stuff I thought would be taken care of, maybe by American Express themselves going, you really want to give this guy $10,000 a month?
Well, it's not 10,000.
10,000.
Well, it was 1,000. That's
Yeah.
right. 1,000 a month.
Yeah.
Well, what the hell?
Yeah, and then I go to, I'll order a part for $50 for the show, and then the card gets locked down.
Oh,
I have
yeah.
to call you and be like, can you unlock the card? Because I need to buy this part. It's like,
Oh, so they lock it down for you, but not some hunyuk
Yep.
Republican.
mm-hmm.
I hate all Republicans and Democrats.
all of them.
No, I don't really, but I'm done with politics forever. You cannot trust these people anymore, particularly in Minnesota, because it's always about money. Always. Why?
Do I get $100 for this? I
Yes.
can't remember if
I'm
I
gonna
did
send you
politics.
$100. I'm gonna send you $100.
Derek has a question. Catherine, are they going to be able to track back how far they've been doing it? Well, I said that I noticed it 3 months ago, and they're taking 2 months. They're getting us credit back of 2 months.
Oh, that's nice.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
good.
because I don't know, how this all occurred. I don't
Yeah.
know if you got a phone call and agreed to something. I don't know anything about it.
TFFI says I'm willing to steal only $900 a month from you, Tommy. That'll save you about $1,200 a year.
Yeah,
What a
There you
savings.
go.
I know.
What kind of siege do you have to take money from people knowing they never agreed that you could have it?
Well, it's so easy.
Jesus.
It's so
Talk about my
easy.
legal case.
Yeah.
Let's talk about
I
your
thought
legal
you were all
case.
done with all of that.
I am, but that's
Oh.
what I'm saying. Like people just stealing money, like outright, and
God.
I know.
Well, I don't want to know the whole story, but how did they steal from you?
Oh, well, she had my uncle sign that deathbed will like 36
Oh.
hours before he died. But I mean, it's all over. It's all, it's water under the bridge at this point. But I mean, like that's people just will do it right
Yeah.
in front of you.
Well, it's apparently not hard to steal.
No, it's not.
Again,
It's very, very easy
it's
to
very
steal.
easy to steal money in this
apparently,
country.
especially from the government.
Yep.
It's super cinchy to do that.
it's true. Well, Clown Shoes 79 says, again, vote Whig Party.
We're about
I-
150 years late for that, I think.
I got to be honest with you about this. I have been an ardent Democrat in my life when I was younger, and then I became an ardent Republican because the Democrats started pissing all over my career. And then now look what's happened to me. Now I got Republicans stealing from me. I will never let. Oh, the other thing I should mention, by the way, because I've been thinking about this since I got fired 3 years ago. 2 of the 100 politicians I know called and said, "Tom, sorry to see that." The other 98 didn't even bother to reach out.
What have you done for me lately?
What have you done for me lately? So
yeah.
all of you, I would like to make an announcement. Then we'll continue on with the good news and all the rest of it. You can all kiss my sister's black cat's ass. I will never be a party member of any political party as long as I live, because there's nothing but trouble from those shitholes now. It's just unbelievable.
Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Unbelievable. I just can't. How do you wake up in the morning and go, God, I didn't earn one thing. I stole everything. I didn't earn anything. Aren't you admitting to yourself you're a stupid bastard that has no talent?
Maybe.
I mean,
Or a
aren't you?
grifter. There's just so many grifters
grifter.
out there. I think
Yeah,
that's the
that's
thing
true.
that bugs me the most.
I wonder if
there you go.
why is it on your credit card when you see a pending charge that you don't want to go through, why you can't just stop that online,
Yeah.
why you have to call them?
Why?
You should
Yeah.
just be able to say no.
Stop it in its tracks. I can stop a
Yeah.
subscription to Amazon. You know, sometimes you have things on subscription like and save.
Yeah.
Safe, yeah.
I can
Yes.
stop that in its tracks. Why
Yeah,
can't
that's
I
really
do that?
easy.
Yeah.
Right. It should be easier on your credit cards for sure.
Oh, Charlie from Albuquerque says he's got a bunch of information he's going to send. You can freeze your credit card or your credit at each of 3 bureaus.
Yep, I've done that.
Oh, so Charlie doesn't need to send it to you?
Oh, well, that's right. I did it for me. I didn't do it for you. I need to do it for you
Oh,
too.
here we go. I just
Well, I
leave
think I
Tom
asked
behind.
you. I think I asked you about it, and you were like, so I just didn't do it.
Mike's keeping track. He said I should be up about 3K since Tom keeps talking about politics.
Okay, I am not talking about politics. I'm talking about how horseshit politics are, and I don't want anything to do with either party ever again.
Cha-ching.
Because I've been burned by
100.
both of them now, and I'm sick of it. Right?
I get it.
Okay, well, let's move on to some frivolity.
Some frivolity. How about we move on to The Price is Right?
Okay.
Okay, good. That sounds good.
What is
I like
going
it.
on with the prices?
I
Right?
like it.
Well, there is a show on the E channel. It's called Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. Speaking of Dirty Rotten Scoundrels today, that's the
Yep,
theme
yep.
of the show. The Price is Right. It's on today with 2 back-to-back episodes and talks all about Bob Barker and what a dirty, rotten scoundrel he was.
Bob Barker.
Good
My
God.
mom loved Bob
Barker.
Barker. My mom loved him.
You're going to be shocked to believe that Bob was a little bit of a sexual harasser when it came to Barker's beauties. And unfortunately, like it kind of like bled over into the crew so that the women who were working on the set, including, you know, obviously the Barker's beauties, but also including producers, women who had other roles on the show. And they said it was really a tough atmosphere. And it was hard to like, you know, eventually got to CBS's attention. They'd be like, you know, just don't look at the model. Like, you only have a 10-second rule for looking at the models and you have to look away. Like it was just that era where it was like, you know, swept under the rug and kind of moved
Yeah.
on. But he did have a sexual harassment lawsuit against him. I don't know if people remember, and I believe it was in 1994. He had an affair with one of the Barker's beauties.
Yeah.
And then she sued him for sexual harassment. She eventually, the suit eventually went away. I'm sure he just paid her off to have it go away. But it was a big deal. And they were saying on set when they were having the affair, they were constantly fighting on set. It was so disruptive to everyone. So if anyone wants to watch that, that's on tonight on E!
Wow.
There you go.
Yeah. Who did what's the one behind, they had the curtains. Maybe you went behind.
Oh,
Bob Barker?
Was that Bob Barker too?
No, are you thinking
What's the name of that show?
Monty Hall?
Monty Hall. Okay,
Let's Make a Deal?
My mom was an afternoon game show viewer. She didn't watch
Everyone was.
she didn't watch the soap operas. Nope, it was either your mom was a soap opera person or
Yeah.
she was a game
Yep.
show person.
Yep.
Let's
One
make
or the
deals.
other.
What you're
Yep.
thinking.
Yeah, because I remember when I was like I think I was in kindergarten. I'd come, you know, you're home by like 1 or something. Back in those days, you only went to kindergarten for half a day, didn't go for a whole day. And
Yeah.
I'd come home and she'd give me lunch, and then I was supposed to like hang out and be quiet for a little while so she could watch her shows.
Yep.
And it was the price. I think it was The Price is Right, and whatever the one was. Yeah,
They're saying let's make a
Monty
deal
Hall.
in the chat.
Let's make a deal. And Price is Right. I think maybe they were like back to back on different channels or
Probably.
something. That I know she watched those, and
Those
she
are her
loved those
shows.
guys. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And
The
he
Price is
was. Oh, go ahead.
The Price is Right still reminds me of. Do you remember Sandy, that woman whose house that you dropped us off when we were very, very young? She was a babysitter. Like an
Sandy?
old woman. Her name was Sandy, and I remember because her name reminded me of the pecan sandies, the cookies.
I dropped you off at an old woman's house for.
Well, I mean, old. She was probably like 40. I was like,
Oh well.
Oh, that didn't last long because you pushed her TV off the stand or something. So yeah, that didn't last long.
Andy.
You got kicked out.
uh,
Yeah, she had a little. She was very nice. It was her and her mother, and there was like 5 kids, and yeah, you
Yeah,
needed
I
a lot
remember
of supervision.
I remember her watching The Price is Right all the time. I still remember that. Going to her house and The Price is Right was on every time.
Yeah, when you said old woman, I'm like, she is maybe
Yeah.
35 or 40.
She's an old woman. Yes. yes.
But he still pushed her TV off the stand.
Yeah. She's like, we can't have him in here anymore. I'm like, what? I never heard one word about anything bad that you did. And it's like, no, he abused the television.
Abused it.
Television.
I'm like, what did
Okay.
he do?
I think that's a
pushed her.
criminal charge.
Yeah.
I would think so. I got to tell you how freeing it is not to be a member of any political party for the first time since I was about 18.
Yay.
All of you kiss my sister's black cat's ass and stay away from me forever. Get away.
I think that's another $100.
Oh, is it $100 for you?
Yeah, every
Well, that's
time you
what-
mention politics, I think. Yeah.
It's not politics. It's being pissed off about being robbed. There's no politics
Hey, wait!
here.
I love that Tom's created loopholes to his $100
Yeah, he's got
fines. Like there's like
loopholes.
loopholes everywhere.
Here we go.
Yeah.
I'm not talking to you anymore
Maybe you
today.
should be a politician.
Oh, that's what I need.
Find that loopholes.
Here, if I were a politician, I'd stand up first time and go, ladies and gentlemen, my first day as governor of the state of Minnesota. All of you, get the hell out. All of you.
Oh,
And we'll try to
everybody-
start over again.
Everybody in Minnesota politics should be packing their bags and leaving the building.
They should.
They really should.
They're
Are
disgusting.
governors allowed to exile people? I wonder.
I don't think
can
so.
they?
Power of theirs.
I'd like to
I
exile
don't
some
think
people.
So
One thing I should mention here as we segue into very important Hollywood news from Kristen Burt. I had 3 women this morning tell me, 2 of them worked at the place I was going, and another one was visiting the place. They are all podcast listeners now. They told me
Hello,
this morning.
people.
Hello, everybody from. Can I say should I say the business?
no.
Yeah, probably not. But we all, we go to the same business and all the rest of it. But yeah, they told me this morning, and they range in age from I think like 35 to I think one's 85. So that was
Nice.
nice. We got the big demos, man.
You're intragenerational.
Now, Kristen, the new thing on social media is complaining about the state of the area that the Oscars was in, and
Oh,
how
yeah.
they trashed it with all their garbage,
Yep.
and how they threw away the specially made red carpet in the garbage can, and they're all preaching about how you're supposed to be green and climate change, but yet they're just tossing stuff in the garbage and yada
I was
yada.
laughing at like whomever posted the photo because that's the mezzanine. That's not even the orchestra section of everyone with their popcorn boxes. And I'm like, I worked at a movie theater. That is everybody. Most people do not remove their trash from a movie theater. So if they were
Really?
given
I
snacks
always
at
did.
theirs. I do too, because my mother
Yeah.
was like, you don't do that. You take out your
No,
trash.
it's gross.
But I will tell you that 90% of the people, having worked as an usher at Lowe's back in the day when Lowe's was a thing, I used to pick up chicken bones, Chinese food. I mean, popcorn, of course, candy everywhere. You name it, I have seen it. Condoms.
Yeah, Charlie sent
Oh, yuck.
Charlie
Yep.
sent me a picture of the aftermath of the Oscars. Trash everywhere.
But that's exactly. But you know what I'm saying? Like that's every movie theater.
That's everyone. Yeah,
That's every
everyone.
movie theater.
Just leaves
But
trash
when
everywhere.
you're wearing
It's insane.
$35 million necklaces and stuff, maybe you'd want the optics to be, I pick up my
Interesting.
garbage and throw it in the trash.
I just
bin.
want to be
I
a
don't
good
know.
person. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like and just pick it up, because the ushers do get stuck picking all of that up after. Which is annoying. The carpet was interesting because they only used red carpet once. I don't know if people realize that. It just gets trampled and it looks awful. But there was a girl on TikTok who actually went into the dumpster and got a huge rectangle. Did you see it? And she's decorating her house with it, her apartment. But it's funny. She's like, this is probably the only year that you're going to be able to do this, because now that this has gone viral, they'll probably go, we're going to repurpose it, you know.
Well, they'll throw it into a different dumpster
they'll burn it,
3 miles away.
Yep.
I mean, I will say that red carpet, after a night like that where 3,300, it's probably like 5,000 people trample it, it looks really gross after. So I don't know what you do with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, it just, like I said, it's the optics.
I know,
It
but
is
it's
the
like,
optics.
why would you want that? Like, even if you brought it home. So we have a little rug in our kitchen. It's the rug in front of the door to our garage. So when we come in from the garage, that's the rug that gets stepped on.
Sure.
And we have only had it for like 2 years, and we have had it professionally cleaned. And we're still thinking, like, do we want this rug in our house anymore? It's pretty gross. So now imagine that, but it's 33,000 people walking across it over the course of one day. It's like, I wouldn't want that in my house. No matter how much you clean it, there's going to be something in there.
I have throw rugs, but I don't even have carpeting in my house because I think it's disgusting. And I think, I've got cats too, so I just always feel like I don't even want it. But I have I get skeeved out by carpet. I get skeeved out by carpet in hotel rooms. So I love that hotel rooms are now renovating to.
Yeah.
Oh, if you ask for a dog-friendly room, there's never carpet in there.
Oh,
I would imagine.
Good to know.
Because
Yeah.
they want it easy to clean.
I know a lot of the newer Marriotts and stuff have no carpeting. I'm always like, thank God. I mean, I have hotel slippers that I carry with me that do not make it even into my own house.
Right.
They're just for the hotels. I'm a germaphobe. I'm sorry. It's just gross.
Well, I have a dust mite allergy, so I can really tell when a carpet is past time to be cleaned.
Nancy Jacobson, you should see the garbage at a stadium after an event. I worked for the North Stars, and there were 3-foot piles of garbage at the bottom of every section.
Oh, God.
How
See,
honor
what's
do you
wrong
have?
with people?
Maybe honor's not the right word, but
It proves that it doesn't matter where you are. You could be at the fanciest night in Hollywood. You can be at a stadium. You can be at a movie theater. People are just saying, well, that's somebody else's job. It's the same idea to me, because when I go to a hotel room, I make sure that all the towels are in a pile and say, so she knows what I used. My trash is all in an area that, it's in the garbage cans, but it's all in the right area. And I leave a tip. It's the hardest job out there, or one of the hardest jobs out there. So
a terrible job. I can't even imagine some of the stuff that they see.
Bodily fluids every day. Come on. It's like,
I know.
Yeah.
They deserve to have an easy clean when they come out of my room, at least. So.
Yeah, I have. When I get done with the hotel room, if there's a tub, I throw all the dirty towels and stuff in the tub, so it's easy to pick up.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah. I don't understand what the hell happened to people. I pick up, and you can ask Catherine this, that I'm not lying about it. I pick up empty plastic bottles from the bottom, not anywhere near the, where they would put it to their mouth. But I recycle plastic on a daily basis. People just throw it, and I do it up in Minnesota too, same situation. Why can't you just recycle your plastic, for Christ's sake? They just throw it on the lawn or the snow or whatever.
I carry trash around in my pocket if there's no garbage in me.
Exactly.
Put it in my pocket until I get home.
What the hell what started all this? Does anybody know?
It's the entitlement of that's not my job.
Yeah.
It's always that's not my job. And I get it. You're paying for a hotel, or you're paying for Airbnb, they charge a cleaning fee, and people are like, well, I'll leave it as messy as I want to.
Yeah,
and I'm
I
like,
know.
well, I get that they're charging a cleaning fee. It was your choice to stay in an Airbnb. And also, you shouldn't be disgusting,
Absolutely. I remember this. There was this one park. It's a cute little park downtown West Palm Beach, and there was a homeless guy that decided he was going to kind of camp out there for about a month and a half. And there was a garbage can on both sides of the bench that he was sitting on, and he had garbage strewn all over the ground, everywhere behind him.
Yep.
And if somebody came over and threw something in the garbage can, he would take it out and throw it on the ground. I think it's almost like a power thing. It's like
It is.
I don't have to
Yep.
clean up after myself. Somebody else is going to pick up after me.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like a weird entitlement thing in a
Terrible.
weird way. I mean, he might obviously probably was mentally ill and liked
Yes.
garbage, I
Yeah.
guess, but for regular, everyday, hardworking, educated human beings without mental disorders, I think you can put your garbage in a garbage can.
I think
Well,
so.
let me just say from a centrist point of view, it's
No,
the first
good.
time I've been able to say that. Thank you. Thank you very much. From now on, it'll be Tom's centrist point of view. That's what it's going to be. Okay?
You could be moderate.
Okay.
You could be
I like
Mr.
it.
Moderate.
I am Mr. Moderate. I don't hate everybody, just politicians.
Great, considering we have one sitting in the room right over there.
I know you do. It's hilarious. That's why I said that, because I saw that you're sitting over there.
How did this
Is it
occur?
Dahlia?
Yep.
How did this
We'll
guest
be coming on
pop
in as soon as we. She emailed us, and I was like,
okay.
"Come on in."
Hey, absolutely. We appreciate you emailing us. You want to say hello to me before you go?
Sure. Why don't you let me go and she can have her forum?
Yeah.
Oh, so
Yeah.
you don't want to meet her? Okay.
No, that's not it.
No,
This is
don't
two
worry about
separate
her
segments.
feelings.
This show's out of control today. Completely out of control.
It really is. There's no question. Just next time you come on, do not mention the letters D or R, because I don't want to hear either letter.
What if you mention M? What if we mention like centrist or moderate?
C and M, fine.
Do I charge you $100 for that?
Oh, no, I get another $100 fine.
I
What
don't know.
a
I
shock.
think you should write up a contract.
All right, boy,
Tom,
look at the top.
Tom makes up all these. He'll make up so many loopholes to this contract.
Thank you so much. But I will tell you this, honest to God, I like the fact that we can talk about, all these different things and nobody gets pissed off at anybody and all the rest of it. It just, well, like I said, there are big podcasts about sports and there are big podcasts about politics. I'd rather just have a big show about enjoying yourself and being with your family and laughing at people's stupidity. What do you think?
I like it.
Thumbs up for me.
World's dumbest
Okay.
podcast.
Yeah, the world's dumbest podcast. No, I just want to talk about a happy life, having a wonderful wife, 2 great children, 4 great grandchildren. I mean, it's a wonderful life if people would just get off their ass and make an effort, right?
It would be.
Oh, she doesn't want to be part of that. All right,
Wait,
we'll talk.
what? No. I have to agree with everything. Yes. Yes.
No, you do not. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Agree to show up again tomorrow.
I actually will do that for you. I will
Okay.
see you here on Thursday, March 19th.
Sounds great. Thank you.
Have a good one, you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kristen Burt, Entertainment News, brought to you by North American Banking Company. Go to nabanco.com to learn more. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. I love Kristen. She's a wonderful person, don't you think?
Yes,
I do.
absolutely.
We'll be right back in just a minute. We have a special guest coming up next, don't we, Andy?
We sure do. I'll go get her during the break.
Okay, we'll be right back. From Bradshaw and Bryant, Michael Bryant. What's up, Allie?
Oh, not much. Doing my usual thing of telling people they shouldn't be texting and driving. In Minnesota, you can't have your phone in your hands. You can use, hands-free, but you can't have your phone in your hands for whatever reason. And that's why they made the law the way they did, so that police officers could see a phone in your hand and you got no excuse for why you got it there.
Do people know that that's the law?
I hope so. I mean, they used to follow it, and then kind of COVID kind of made people forget, and now it's like a freewheeling world out there with cell phones.
Let's say you get pulled over because you do have a phone in your hand and you're not watching where you're going. You got to be in pretty big trouble then, I would guess.
Well, the first one's not as bad. It's the multiple ones, the problem. And once people start stacking them up, then they have a big problem. And then what we're doing in car accidents is we've started bringing motions for punitive damages, because I'm trying to use the civil law any way we can to stop this, because it needs to stop.
Whenever I'd had any problems in my life, who was that I called again? It was like an MB, something like that.
Bradshaw and Bryant.
We are back. Why can't I hear you guys?
Because
I
we
forgot
didn't have the mics
I
on.
forgot to turn the mics back on.
little problem called no mics.
Okay, who we got in the chair or on the couch? I guess it's not a chair, it's a couch.
She's still getting
Is-
connected here.
Oh, yeah?
There we go.
You all
Hey
set?
guys,
Hello.
Good to go.
So,
Perfect.
Is it working?
Okay, I have to
Yeah.
ask.
Testing 1, 2.
I have to
3.
ask. Okay, what's your name again?
I'm Dalia Lakidi, the congressional candidate running in CD5 against Ilhan Omar.
Oh, you are? Okay. I
Oh,
got to
boy.
ask you one question.
Oh boy, indeed.
I got to ask you one question before we start.
Sure.
Because all of a sudden, the picture just popped up and all the rest of it. Are you the only candidate running that's 6'3"?
6'3".
You're tall, aren't you?
I think it's just a camera angle.
Seriously?
Oh, it's the camera angle. You look very
Actually-
tall.
Yes, I'm 6'2".
Oh,
No, I'm kidding.
oh. I've been focused on the computer and the machines over here.
I wish.
Now, I have a question. Is the reason you're running against Ilhan Omar is because she's made about $50 million doing nothing?
30. Sorry.
Oh,
30
no.
million?
Somebody told me it just popped up again.
No, it's 30.
Okay, it's 30. All right. Only
Actually,
30 million.
Yeah. Actually, I'm running again. I ran in 2024.
Okay.
And I decided to run again, and I'm running for a very simple reason. I'm running because I love America, something that Ilhan Omar can never say.
Oh, you got that right. There's no doubt. Now, where are you from originally?
Originally, I'm from Iraq. I was
Iraq.
born in Iraq, and I grew up between Iraq and in a Catholic school in Lebanon.
Oh, my
And then went
God.
back to Iraq in '79 and fled the oppression of Saddam Hussein in 1988.
God, what a...
After that, I was very active. I've been a journalist for 37 years, so I was very active within the Iraqi opposition party, and I was working. We established a radio station, Radio for Free Iraq, after the invasion of Kuwait. So when I was in Saudi Arabia, I met Chris Stevens. Chris Stevens, who was the ambassador, the U.S. ambassador who was killed in Benghazi, Libya.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
We became very good friends, family friends, and he convinced me and my family to move to the United States. And he told me, Dalia, your dream will come true if you move to a real free country. And him and the State Department with the immigration, we got a political asylum, and I moved after, of course, being vetted very well. I moved to Washington, D.C. in 1993. And I continued to be a journalist. I covered war zones, Iraq, Afghanistan, terrorist attacks in Europe and in the Middle East, and you name it. So here I am.
How did you know about the show coming on the Tom Barnard podcast?
Well, I know who you are, of course. Who doesn't know
Why?
you?
Of course.
But then my campaign manager managed to put me on this couch. How, I don't know.
Where's your manager?
She's right here.
Off camera.
Of
Get on
course.
camera, you big baby.
Okay.
Hop on camera.
So
you
how
big
did you
baby.
end up in Minnesota, of all places?
Actually,
If you're looking for a free place to be.
We've got her Tootsie there. We saw her Tootsie. She stuck her bare foot out.
this is Kimberly. This is my campaign manager. She says hi.
Hi, Kimberly.
She's a bee.
Come.
If you want to.
Sure,
It's a very
absolutely.
comfortable couch.
Well, you can't. You got to take off your prison shirt, though.
One of the listeners said, "That's insane. A Catholic school in Lebanon." You know what? I don't think people realize the history of Lebanon. If you would like
Yeah.
to address that question,
If I may add, I'm a Muslim.
okay?
Who went to Catholic school?
Went to a Catholic school and a boarding school. Don't ask me why. I always asked my late mom, because I was the only child, why was I sent to a boarding school to a different country that became a war zone? I never got the answer.
Okay.
No answer. So how do the two of you know each other?
Let me tell you how I moved here, and then we'll talk about
Perfect.
for the past about 20 years, I've been working with think tanks like Middle East Forum and Center for Security Policies about radical Islamism, political Islamism, and terrorism. So, especially the Muslim Brotherhood, which is the most dangerous radical Islamist movement in the world. that where Al Qaeda came from, that where ISIS came from, and other movements. So back in 2018, I was in DC, so I was following the UN General Assembly meetings, and I was following the Turkish president who came to attend. By then, he was the godfather of the Muslim Brotherhood. So, seeing what he's doing, and I saw him meeting with the director of CARE, which is a front for the Muslim Brotherhood, the Council on American Islamic Relations. He had a private meeting with the president and Nihat Awad, who's the director, and a young Somali woman. It did not make sense to me. Why would a young Somali woman from the Midwest would meet the Turkish president? It's just,
yeah, good point.
I mean, it does not make sense.
Yep.
Lo and behold, she was elected. And then after that, I started following her because I speak Arabic and English, and I follow the media in Arabic and English, especially Al Jazeera, which is so pro-radical political Islamism. And I saw her statements, and then I saw the way she was voting, and which aligns with all the political Islamist movements, not only in the Middle East. I'm talking about these movements are in the West, in Europe and the United States. So long story short, I started sending her emails. I wanted an interview from a woman to a woman, from an immigrant to an immigrant, from a Muslim to a Muslim, you name it, until my email started bouncing back. So I said, to hell with her. I'm going to go to Minneapolis.
There you go.
And meet the people who voted for her. So I started coming to Minneapolis, staying in Minneapolis, and I fell in love with it. Minneapolis is a wonderful city. It has that taste of Europe. I love the people, and I didn't need physically to be anywhere, and I made great friends. The majority of them are liberals, by the way, and that's how I decided to move. Besides, the weather is nice.
Oh, there you go.
Makes perfect sense.
It's interesting you bring that up because I just went through a situation where I have decided and again, it's because of money stealing, that I can't support look, I'll vote for a Democrat and I'll vote for a Republican, but I cannot get behind either of those parties. The money is just disappearing. Ilhan Omar, a good example of that. How much? 30 million?
Yep, so far. Selling imaginary wine bottles.
Now, okay, so this is actually very interesting to me because I have probably my own personal biases against the Muslim fraud, but it's mostly Somalis. I understand that, but in the Muslim community, obviously, not every Muslim in Minnesota is Somali. How does this all work? When is it going to be difficult for you to combat the Somali people, or are they going to be mad at you because you are a Muslim, but you're not doing what I guess they're doing, which is the fraud? How does this all work? I mean.
Exactly.
As far as being a politician in Minnesota, because it's always been just one way. It's DFL or nothing, for a lot of groups of people, a lot of religious groups. It's not just Muslim. A lot of people are just, it's only DFL, only DFL. I won't hear anything about anybody else.
Look, let me be very clear. I'm not running because I'm a Muslim. I'm a culturally Muslim. I'm not practicing Muslim. But I was born in a Muslim country. I grew up in several Muslim countries. So I understand the culture very much. When it comes to religion, it's not for me to discuss religion. There are scholars to talk about it. I'm like a Christian who doesn't go to church.
Yeah. Yep.
But sometimes when I use the Muslim or immigrants, because the DFL and Democrats in general, they're all about identity politics.
Yes, they are.
So when someone like me comes in and says Ilhan Omar is 1, 2, 3, 4. Ilhan Omar is an evil person. Ilhan Omar is greedy. Ilhan Omar is bad. Ilhan Omar hates this country and wants to import the ideologies that I personally left behind. The ready accusations of being Islamophobe or being anti-immigrant, of being a white supremacist. So all these ready accusations do not apply to me. So I'm immune to these accusations. Call me anything else. When it comes to Muslim, I'm reaching out to Americans. I don't care if you are a Christian, if you're a Jewish, if you are an atheist. That is none of my business. Your relationship with your Creator is something extremely personal. It's none of my business. I believed in the Constitution of the United States, and I believe that everybody has the right to be represented in the U.S. Congress. Ilhan Omar is not doing that. So coming here, by the way, the majority of immigrants are conservatives. And
Really?
I've been a Republican for a long time. So when I came here, I was looking, okay, here as in Minnesota, where do I find fellow Republicans? It was so hard until I became very active with the GOP in our district, in the 5th District, and Minneapolis Republican Party, because I live in downtown Minneapolis. I live in the North Loop. That's how I met Kimberly. To answer
Wait a minute. You're both from the North Loop?
I'm not, no.
Oh, you're
No.
not.
I lived in the North Loop till 2018.
Oh, you did?
I was over on First Street by the
Oh.
Itasca building.
I can't tell you where I'm living because
No, don't
Probably
do
not
that.
a good
Don't do
idea.
that. No, but I totally agree with everything you're saying, and I feel the exact same way. And that's, I think, how all politicians should be. You can do whatever you're going to be doing, and that's okay because it's a free country. And the identity politics has taken over. I guess my question is how is that going to work within Minnesota? Because they're very strong in making everybody into their little groups. You know, because you're this color and you look this way, you have to vote that way. How do you get some traction in such a city that is so set in with their politics?
Oh, yes. You know what brought Ilhan Omar in office was the white guilt.
Yes.
And
Yep.
because if we're talking about Somalis and if we're talking about Muslims, and the majority of them are Somalis, they're 7% of the population in the 5th District. But who voted for her? The white liberals, especially
Yep.
the women.
Yes.
Because, she plays the victim card so
Oh,
well.
yeah.
So she's like, yeah, they're attacking me because I'm this. But what if you want to vote for a woman, if you want to vote for an immigrant, if you want to vote for someone who would fight for you, but a better version, here she is. So because that's what they think. I don't think that white men are the oppressors. And I don't believe she thinks that because she upgraded her last husband with a white man.
He did?
I know.
And he was Jewish. So I don't believe in that. I talk common sense. And in 2024, I outperformed President Trump in this district by 25%, which means I'm reaching out. I reached out to the moderate Democrats and to independents that, hey, I'm not a nutcase like her. I can.
I love you.
I love you. Okay. Okay, we do have to take a break, but going into the break, Andy, would you read Moby Pete's post?
I'm pro good people immigration. Can we trade an Omar for a couple more like this lady?
Yes.
Oh, pardon me.
Huh?
You're single too. Okay, well, we'll take a quick break. Be right back in just a couple minutes.
Big news, Apple Valley. The dealership you've trusted for years, Valley Buick GMC in Apple Valley, has a new name. Cunes Buick GMC in Apple Valley. But don't worry, the things that matter the most, they're not changing. You're going to see those same friendly faces there, like Brett Paul. The same local team in sales, service, and parts that's kept the Twin Cities coming back year after year, they're still there. At Cunes Buick GMC in Apple Valley, they're bringing you even more. A larger network of inventory, expanded service resources, and backing of a family-run dealership known for exceptional customer service, quality vehicles, and unbeatable prices. That has earned Cunes the reputation of one of the most trusted automotive groups in the Midwest. So whether you're shopping for your next vehicle, servicing the one you love, or just saying hello, you'll feel right at home. Because while the sign out front is new, the heart of this place hasn't changed one bit. The family just got a little bit bigger. Go say hi to Brett Paul at Cunes Buick GMC in Apple Valley and Cunes GMC in Hastings. New name, same local teams, same commitment to you. Online at CunesAppleValley.com.
Let me tell you about my bank. That'd be North American Banking Company. When it comes to banking, it's all about trust, and that's what you get with them. They've been around since 1998. They've always made it clear they're here to give you a better banking experience with a focus on the local community. And you won't be dealing with some AI chatbot. You'll get straight answers and quick decisions from real people that know you and your situation and are always ready to help. So, if you're tired of the big national banks and want something better, stop by and see my friends at North American Banking Company. Visit nabanco.com to learn more. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All right, we open up this segment with Catherine. Why don't you read those last two posts?
I love her. Thank you. No more nutcases.
Apparently, you're well liked on this show anyway.
Well, I think that most people are looking for some common sense,
Yes.
and we've been missing
Yep.
common sense. We've just been entrenched in identity politics for so long, and it's just so exhausting, and it's getting us nowhere. It's just costing us more and more and more money
Yep.
because they're just not working for the American people. Government's growing and growing and growing, and the average taxpayer is just seeing their quality of life going down, down, down because everything's just become more and more expensive because of government policies and tax raises.
And we stop talking to each other.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
When you are in Congress, when you are in the Senate, how do you serve your people? By talking to each other, by finding common ground between politicians to make things happen for your own constituents. This is not happening. Yesterday, Ilhan Omar called all Republicans stupid.
Yep. She's a real gem.
Seriously, like, what are you, 15?
We got to get you elected, man. I can laugh. That'd be good.
Our media outlets, Minnesota media outlets, which are pretty tight with the DFL, are they willing to talk to you?
Nope, no.
Really?
I would like to ask Kimberly a question, if you guys don't mind.
Kimberly.
Oh gosh.
Kimberly,
Okay. Yes.
why did you say yes when I asked you to be my campaign manager?
There you go.
Just to be
I never
clear,
asked. I
this
wanted to
this
know.
is not my line of work. I do other stuff, but right now is the absolute time that we need the 5th district. It's critical to the statewide races and to bringing common sense back to Minnesota. So
Yeah.
we're taking
Yep.
a completely different approach. This is the first time in over 10 years that we've run someone twice in the 5th district. And historically and statistically, you need to run 2 to 4 times in order to win. Newt Gingrich took
Really?
3 times.
Oh.
So,
Okay.
yeah, I mean, this is going to be tough, but hey, I'm doing it for the state of Minnesota because I'm going to have to stay here. So we got to fix it.
Where are you from?
I live in Hopkins. I'm from
But I mean-
Bloomington.
Oh, you
I
grew up in
Bloomington.
Bloomington.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
So I've known about you forever, but when Ellen Cousins was door knocking, she ran into you.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Was on twice, and that's what led me to reach out to you guys.
Well, please, honest to God, I just love the fact that you do. This was my, like I said, we have political shows, we have sports shows, I consider the show to be like real life. We're all going to sit together and we're going to try to work out our problems together. This is the kind of podcasting or radio that I love to do, where everybody can say what they think and nobody goes off the deep end and starts screaming, you know?
Well, if you put someone on this comfortable couch, nobody would scream.
That's Andy's doing.
I love the couch.
So-
I really thank you for having me here.
It's a pleasure.
And number two is the way I'm reaching out to people. I'm having coffees with people on almost daily basis, with people that I don't know, because as a journalist, for the longest time, I'm a good listener. I listen to people. I know what the people want. It's not about me. It's about what we're living on a daily basis. Let's look at New York and what Zahra Mamadani is doing. And the thing is, I'm running for the sake of Democrats themselves, because the majority of them don't want to be hijacked by the DSA, the Democratic Socialist of America. Nobody wants to have Ilhan Omar, AOC, or Rashida Tlaib to be the face of that good political party, regardless of what. If you look at history before, Republicans and Democrats and leaders used to sit together. They have their families together. What's happening to us? That's what the DSA and the socialists are trying to do, to divide us, to divide their own, let alone us, Republicans.
I feel like the division is a political strategy at this point.
Yep.
Because if we don't have an oppressed class that, it can change every 10, 15 years, every 20 years, whenever. And it's all about oppression instead of lifting everybody up. It gets everybody emotional and it divides everybody, and they can stay within their little cliques and just continue being in, Congress for 150 years and the senator for 1,000 years, and nothing ever changes. Because I don't think they want anything to change.
Why would they? Because what they're doing, they're gaining votes. When they have open border policies, they're allowing people, these people are giving them votes. When everything about ICE, which I disagree with some of the things that happened, but in general, what happened in Minneapolis, especially, not because ICE agents are the occupiers, because our local government refused to work with ICE like any other state in our country.
Once again, common sense, not there.
I am an immigrant. I don't look white. I have an accent, and I live in the North Loop. And I still, during the ICE surge, I walked to restaurants. I walked to get my groceries. I was not afraid. Why? Because I didn't break the law.
Right.
It's as simple as this.
Yep. No question about, boy, there are people posting all kinds of things. Someone just said that Mondani wants to lower the estate tax from $7 million to $750,000.
Yeah.
So if you're not paying.
Well, what that means is if your net worth is over $7 million, you have to pay an estate tax when you die.
Yep, that's correct.
Or your descendants do, or whatever. And he wants to lower it to $750,000, which in a lot of places sounds like a lot. $750,000 is a decent amount of money, but in New York City, it is not a decent amount of money.
No.
So that basically means everyone who dies in New York City, if this passes, their estate is gone.
Well, like she was saying,
That's what can happen to us as well.
Yes, it will.
Target just paid about 110 million to get out of that big store in downtown Minneapolis.
Yeah, yep.
We're losing our businesses downtown, and you know it you know this area. Downtown is what now? Prior to the George Floyd riots, remember we used to walk to downtown. We dined, wine, and then we come back.
Yeah, I'd walk to the Monte Carlo, get wings like every week, basically.
Yeah, now you
Oh yeah, those
He did.
So that's literally all I do. I'd walk there and get an order of wings, bring them home, and that was my night.
But now
There you go.
downtown is a ghost town, so we're
It
losing
is.
businesses, we're losing jobs, we're losing everything. For what? For votes?
Yeah,
We're
you're right.
losing the tax dollars. The fraud cases are crazy. The fraud cases
Oh,
are
they're
crazy.
they're
And
so
when
crazy.
somebody says, "Oh, you're against Somalis, you're against," this is BS, by the way. But
It is,
let's
yes.
take one case. If 78 defendants out of 79 are Somalis, it means that this community has a real problem. I
Yep.
called on the Somali community leaders and said, "Hey guys, the numbers don't lie. Why don't you acknowledge that your community has a problem and work with the rest of us to deal with it?" Instead, they accused everybody of anti this and anti that. Um, that's the only defense they have. In some
Right.
cultures, taking money or stealing money from the government is not stealing,
Right.
because the money is there. Oh, if the
Yep.
government is giving 2 millions, so I could say, "Oh, I have 200 children," and get the millions
Oh,
and buy
yeah.
some Porsche or some great Mercedes and drive it to the social services because I said I'm divorced, so I'm taking this and I'm taking that, while the regular taxpayer American cannot afford to change their cars or to buy new houses. This is what's happening, and we shouldn't be afraid of being called racist or anything.
I agree.
This is a crime.
Yep.
And it's
I
about time for criminals to go to jail. I mean, what do you
what
think?
well, how about the Minnesota voting law that says that people can vouch for up to 8 people?
Yeah. Vouch for 8 people.
How you're up against a
Oh,
very tight knit community that knows all of the laws and all the ins and outs and all the loopholes, and they are very good at organizing. And if you've, I mean, I apparently there's nursing homes. Everybody has been voting the exact same way because the people that
Yeah.
are running it are a certain way. How do you infiltrate this and get elected?
It's very hard. That's why I support the Save America Act. I mean, voter integrity is the most important thing. There is no reason whatsoever, we're not at COVID, that we allow people to vote for 30 days. I mean,
Yeah.
this is the only country. Why not day? And that and it's degrading to certain communities when they say, "Oh, people cannot have a driver's license." Since when? You go to a bar, if you want to have a drink, you need to have a driver's license. We have to keep working for this. Do you have anything to say, Kimberly?
Well, I mean, I think it's key that we run on the issues, right? There's a couple things going on. One, again, this is the first time somebody has run twice in, I know, a decade, but longer than that. So we can build on what we had. With the 25% that she outperformed Trump, we can then build on those numbers because we know people will go Kamala and then Dalia. So diving into the numbers and making this a very strategic ground game is important, but also running on things like jobs. There's a 14.8% felt unemployment rate in Minneapolis right now.
Wow, that's
Unbelievable.
high.
Underemployment. And the underemployment is directly related to Biden's economy and inflation. And inflation raised the price of goods to a degree that was higher than what the wages increased at, and that's leading to felt unemployment.
Yep.
Now, Dean Phillips beat Eric Paulson on this argument in 2018 when the Republicans lost CD3. And it's something that I think is hitting Minneapolis right now and that we can definitely talk about. So issues are important. Numbers are important. And, getting a good team is important. And we have it.
So mostly it's name recognition. That's why you have to run so many times. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, and I would say experience as well. Let me when I first ran, when they tell me, "Oh, you have to talk to donors," and I was like, "I'm not going to ask for money. I cannot ask for money."
Yeah, but you got to.
give me your money.
Give me your money.
And I'll
There
tell
you go.
what, not to buy imaginary wine bottles, because having a good and strong campaign requires money.
Yes, it does,
and
unfortunately.
Millions of dollars, millions and millions.
course.
It's sad at this point.
In 2024, I raised about 2.1, I think. Ilhan Omar raised 8 point something, 8.6.
Yeah, easily.
But the good thing is we made her, and we will again make her spend her money, at least in our district, instead of sending money to other radical and again, stupid nutcase candidates.
I really like you, by the way. I want to point that out.
Well, I'm really having a hard time processing talking to two women that are talking like this from Minnesota.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, seriously, sometimes I have conversations with, my friends, and it's like I can't even talk about these issues because, and if you bring up a fact about anything, they just won't hear it. It's like, nope, I'm a DFLer and I will die a DFLer, and I don't care if they come in and shoot me in the head. I will still vote for them.
Yeah.
It's such a disassociative problem. I don't understand why so many women are subject to this.
Because, if you or if anybody is looking for a Minnesota nice candidate, I'm not that one. Because I'm not afraid of telling an immigrant who's here and who hates America. And as we've seen before, people are chanting in streets in so many areas, death to America. I'm not afraid to tell that person, if you don't like it here, if you hate it, get the hell out. End of story. Because you know what? Being here is not a right. Coming to America is not a right. It's a privilege. And I know it because I've lived in Europe. I've lived in so many countries, and I came here. And let me tell you one thing about the United States that Americans don't know. For any immigrants, if you go to Europe, like let's say in London, I've lived twice in England, or in Germany, or anywhere in Asia. When you ask an immigrant, where are you from? They will say, oh, I'm from, let's say, Iraq. Oh, I'm from India. Only in America, when an immigrant comes here, and when immigrants are part of the society, when they're asked, they said, I am an American.
Yep.
This is a feeling that I haven't felt anywhere else but in the United States. And you know what? I was in D.C. When 9/11 happened. I was working for Voice of America, if you guys remember it.
Mm-hmm. Yes, very well.
And the people that contacted me, my friends, were worried that, oh, Dalia, maybe somebody would know you're a Muslim. Are you under attack? And I was like, no, I'm okay. And throughout my years, I've learned to defend people regardless of what their political affiliation or their heritage, ethnicity, and religion as well. Because in 2014, I was, as a journalist, based in Beirut, in Lebanon.
Wow.
And when ISIS entered the city of Mosul in Iraq and started persecuting Christians, I launched from Beirut. I launched an international campaign. I named it "We're All Christians," to support the Christians, not only in Iraq, but in the Middle East. And I went on air and said, I'm the Muslim Sunni. I'm going to wear this cross, which is this one, until every Christian goes back to their villages and towns and cities in the Middle East. As you can see, I'm still wearing it.
There you
I
go.
know, it's a sad statement, really.
After October 7th, 3 weeks after October 7th, I went to Israel to see firsthand what this terrorist group has done. I was right there. 2 weeks after that, I went down south to the kibbutz. I went up north, and I saw what the Jewish people, not only every Israelis, the Jews, Muslims, Christians were facing, and I stood with the Jews as well. And when I saw that Jewish hatred is flourishing in the United States and in Europe, I stood against it. Not because, you know what? I don't care. You can criticize Israel until tomorrow. I'm not here to defend Israel. There are Israelis that could defend them. But I defend the people because they are being persecuted based on their either ethnicity or based on religions. And this is the core values of America. This is why I came to America, and I refuse to see it change, or to see some people, and especially politicians, try to import ideologies from abroad to turn America into something very different, something that I ran away from 33 years ago.
Well, we'll close with this, ladies and gentlemen, from MB, what is it, MBO 71?
It's Margaret.
It's Margaret, I know
Margaret.
that. Tom would have definitely called her a tough broad back in the day.
Yeah. I don't know if you're allowed to say that.
I don't know if you can say tough broad
I don't know.
anymore.
Can you say that anymore?
Probably not.
You
But yeah,
can say whatever you want.
how about this? Yeah, most immigrants are very pro-America, not the whole. It says, I hate it here. But that's
Not
from
the whole I
Margaret,
hate
too.
it here.
But that's from
Everybody
Margaret.
says, I hate it here. Absolutely, I agree. Absolutely, I agree. Because America gave to many of us dignity, respected us as human beings, gave us freedom. I wasn't allowed to even to think, to even dream, let alone, especially being a woman under the radical Islamism. I'm in some countries, in Iran, let's say, I could be jailed because you guys can see my not
Hair.
very well done hair. But
You've decided.
But yeah, but you know what I mean. That's why people like me came here, and we don't want to change it to like anywhere else, because this is the dream that millions of immigrants came for.
Well,
No question.
I mean, I think most Americans are totally pro legal immigration because, I mean, obviously we need people to come here, and we want people to come here that want to contribute and want the freedoms. And the people that are coming in just to be political pawns to change voting districts and all that stuff, I don't even know if they understand that they're being used.
Yeah, maybe not.
Absolutely, and there's this alliance between, and this is not a new alliance. It's throughout history, and that happened in Iran in 1979, and before that, that alliance between the socialist and the political radical Islamists. They don't agree on everything. On the contrary, but they agree on destroying America.
Right.
They unite in their hatred to America and to that system. That's what we're seeing in so many places here. And I just I published something, an op-ed 2 days ago in the Daily Mail about radical Islamism and about the latest two terrorist attacks that we've witnessed in one day. Please go to Daily Mail. And I think I have another op-ed today about Zohran Mahmadani's wife.
There you have it. Okay, you two need to come back.
Anytime. It's a long campaign. We'll keep talking to you.
We'd love to talk. And anybody else like shares that decent opinion, not too far left and not too far right, just a decent opinion, we'd love to have them on the show. I mean, this isn't even political. It's just talking to people who have a really good idea to try to help other people have a better life. That's what we're talking about here today, are we not?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, we all deserve better. We all
Yep.
deserve decency. We all deserve to protect our children, for a better future for our children. We all at least deserve to talk to each other. I mean,
Yep.
at one point we're going to kill each other, and that's what's been happening in
Right.
some areas. It's
All right.
sad.
This is getting way out of hand now. What a great guest. Well done, Andy. Oh, okay.
Yes, Margaret. So thanks for being here, Dalia and Kimberly, and we totally agree. And yeah, it would be really nice if we could start having politicians really work for the American people.
That'd be nice.
You can have
Great
me
guest.
anytime.
They're saying, honest God, every post, great show, great guests, great. They love this because it's honest. It's a very, very nice thing. Came on a great day for me, as you know, because there's a member of another party that was stealing money from me. Didn't even know it. So you came on a perfect day. So we will have you back as soon as possible. Andy, you'll stay in touch. Just stay in touch with Andy because he's really good at that stuff. And anybody else that has that nice, not necessarily a centrist position, but a let's try to serve all the people view. You know, we'd love to have them on too if you have somebody else you'd like to have on the show. That'd be great.
Thank you guys so much. That was really fun.
Yeah, it was great. I thought it was wonderful. Nobody pushing their own agenda, trying to. Basically, we had 5 people getting along. Boy, when's the last time that happened? It's been a while. Thank you very much. We got to take a break, and you got to go, and we got to go, and everybody's got. But do come back, please.
Oh, I will.
Thank
And,
you.
and by the way, quite an honor to be picked out among all the places you could go to come on this show because this is what we want. We're trying to make it a better community and have some laughs and talk about movies and talk about music and talk, but decent, honest politics is a big part of that.
It's a dream. It's the American dream now.
It's the American dream now.
It's the new
Yes,
American
exactly.
dream. Decent politics.
All right, we'll come back. Andy, stay in touch with them if you would, please.
Can do.
Okay, we'll be right back.
I know
right
where
after
you live, Andy.
That's true. There is a cruise I've been hearing about from my friends at Heart of the North too.
Cruise.
Is it some?
Isn't it fresh dry?
Oh, is it the cruise? Is it fresh dry? Oh, it is fresh dry.
Fresh
isn't
dry.
it? Oh, thank you, Andy.
You can give them a free shout out too. Why
Oh,
not?
there's no question about that. Where's fresh dry?
So anyways, go to daliaforcongress.org.
All right, you can stop stabbing me in the back now.
Nobody's
Thank you.
stabbing you in the back. Dahlia, say it again, Dahlia.
Dalia, Dalia. No, there is no H. I don't know why.
Okay.
Dalia, Dalia for Congress.org.
Perfect. All right, we'll take that break with the proper ad now, Andy. Thank you. You've heard me talk, well, me and my family, rave about fresh dry snacks, and we and the grandkids love them. Fresh dry snacks are real junk. Jude was licking my leg again, damn it. I'm going to start over. He loves to lick my bare skin.
All right, I'll hold him back.
You've heard me and my family rave about fresh dry snacks, and we, the grandkids, love them. Fresh dry snacks are real food, no junk, made from real fruits, real vegetables, and real ingredients, not powders, not fillers, not fried snacks. What's on the label is what's in the bag. It's called the Fresh Dry Difference. They use a proprietary fresh dry process. They dry for flavor, not longevity. The result, real crunch, real nutrients, no frying, no oils. Right now they offer 5 veggie blends, 12 different fruit options, 6 granola bite flavors. Go to freshdrysnacks.com and use code Barnard, Barnard, for 10% off your first order. Shipping is always free on orders over $100.
What was going on in there?
Where
Your studio.
the dog was licking my naked ankle.
Naked ankle.
It tickled just a little bit while I was trying to read a
is
commercial.
Whenever the show's over, he starts licking our legs.
He
Like,
does.
hello.
Time to go. Let's get
it's
out
like,
of
what
here.
is your big thing that
know.
you have to get to, Jude?
Yeah, Jude, what do you have to get to?
What is your?
All right, Andy, great booking on that one. Thank you so much for booking her, Andy. That's where I want to head with the show, where it's nice to everyone, not just pissing all over that candidate is horrible. and
Just
this-
so refreshing to hear somebody that isn't afraid
Yep.
and somebody who has some common sense and
Yeah,
wants
it's a
to
lot of fear
talk to
in
people.
right now. A lot of fear.
Well, the audience loved it.
Yes.
Thomas Salty, go Jude. Yeah,
Yes,
thanks.
Jude,
Thanks
yes.
a lot. All right, we'll talk to you tomorrow. Thanks a lot.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Got a picture in my pocket reminds me of this rose before. Every time I hear the scene reminds me how you talking